It's nearly time for afternoon tea.
Have you heard?
Storm terror. Something bad happen again?
Здорово. Всем привет, да? Я уже хотел на автомате взяться за клавомышь. Уже такой думаю, что-то это не бегает. Потом такой... У нас что есть, оказывается, да? У нас есть даже как бы вот так. Но здесь случилась проблема. Здесь вот эти две, короче, кнопки не работают. Поэтому я его в ремонт, скорее всего, отнесу. Мне его сделают. А пока будем на геймпаде от третьей лайки играть, привыкать. Ну, конечно, это будет сложновато. Особенно потому, что он проводной. Потому что нет... это не надо, что, зачем? Вот так вот. Что так сложно-то, а? Я буду долго привыкать к нему. Но в целом... С геймпада неудобно собирать достижения, но в целом довольно-таки удобная тема. Жалко только, что мышка не поворачивается самостоятельно за тем, куда я бегу. То есть я могу бежать вот так вот. Даже с какой-то стороны, конечно, удобно, но... Не так, чтобы очень. Так. Нет. Выйти. Все. Еще раскладка Xbox'овская, а играешь с Sony PlayStation, типа, и прям мозг периодически ломается от того, что тебе нужно сделать. Как вызывается здесь карта? Угу. Угу. Так, не то. Подожди. Во. И мы выбираем, куда нам нужно. Окей. Хорошо. С этим разобрались. Нам не сюда. Нам в задание. По-моему, сюда. И это не сюда. Так, как выглядит здесь задание? Я это не выбирал.
Today's no good going out.
Ага.
Did I say that yesterday as well?
Как здесь выглядит задание? Я не помню. Во, я нашел. Так. Отслеживать. Теперь нам нужна карта. Это вот сюда. Это легко. Это я помню, это я знаю. Подлагивать чуть-чуть с этим. Нет. Так. Это будет сейчас очень долгий стрим. Потому что я половину стрима буду просто разбираться с этим говнищем. Так, выбрать. Выбрать. Телепорт. Все. Короче, Б это кружочек, А это крестик. Вот я себе даже вот этот вот геймпад как подсказку вот так вот поставлю, чтобы он у меня здесь был. Как бы тебя так подставить? Во, на стенку его обопру. Все, у меня есть подсказка. Это радует. Прыжок. Ага, все, хорошо. Теперь Б. Так, красота. Приноровились.
This is the only chance you'll get all year. Guess it's a good thing Venti brought it up earlier. Otherwise, we definitely would have missed this year's Rite of Dissension. Well, Venti brought up the time, but Paimon knows nothing about where it is. Look, we're already in Liyue, so let's go ask some of the locals. Oh, right. About the Geo-Archon Morax. Did you know the Mora that we use is named after this god? But it's seen as impolite for people from outside Liyue to refer to the Geo-Archon by that name. So we should refer to the Geo-Archon by the name Rex Lapis, like the people of Liyue do.
Вот у меня сейчас просто разрывался мозг от того, что там было выключить автовоспроизведение. Иксик. И на Xbox Иксик слева, а на Sony он снизу. И... Как это сложно. Так, не понял. Я же это дело отслеживал, нет? Поговорите с местными жителями. Ну, давайте поговорим. Hello, hello, hello. Не хотят они с нами разговаривать. Опа, Иванович, здорово. Иванович, привет. Чем торгуешь, Иваныч? Ты что-то очень много всякого бесполезного говоришь. Ты мне дашь что-то? Фрагмент нефрита. О, а он мне был, кстати, нужен. Для того, чтобы Розари прокачать. Я, по-моему, как раз одного не хватает. Тебя что разворачивает-то? Так, Андрюшка что-то ничего нам не сказал. Я не понял, а что с заданием-то? Я же его... Поговорите с местными жителями. В месте, где регион Лие омывает море, на скале раскинулись большая гавань. Город предстоит под покровительством Геоархонта Моракса, также известного как Рекс Ляпис, или Властелин Камня. Вы прибыли в гавань Лие в удачный момент. Вот-вот начинается ежегодная церемония сошествия. Каждый год в этот день Властелин Камня благословляет и напутствует жителей Лиюэ. Окей. А почему я не могу его отслеживать? Дзифан занимается заданием приключения в поисках книги. Подожди, серьезно? Ну, окей, давай сначала это сделаем.
Feel free
Ой,
to look
не успел
around.
договорить.
There's no obligation to buy.
We're looking for the Liyue volume of the Teyvat travel guide. Do you have it in stock?
Sorry, dear. We stopped stocking that a very long time ago. It just wasn't selling.
Huh? But the Mondstadt volume was so interesting. Bummer.
The thing is, the author made it too personal, and the result wasn't really much of a guide. It barely sold any copies, and the few travelers that did buy it made complaints afterward.
А, то есть тут я могу управлять. Ладно.
Well, that's a shame. The Mondstadt volume was a good read, even just as an adventurer's diary.
The fact remains that I don't have it in stock. If you must read it, try your luck at Chang the Ninth's place.
Who's Chang the Ninth?
A book collector who lives in Chingsa village. He's a complete grouch, but he will behave himself if the conversation is about books. He was a regular customer here back when he lived in Liyue Harbor, and I still send him the odd out-of-print book or two every now and
У
then.
меня жишки нет.
Did somebody say out-of-print books? Is there a chance that Volume 6 of Legend of the Shattered Halberd is also in his collection? Apologies, my liege. Where are my manners? My name is Sing Cho, a humble literature enthusiast who happened to be passing by.
Вот теперь я узнаю,
Since
кто
you
это
and I
пишет.
are both in search of lost books,
Хорошо,
what say we
стрима,
travel
спасибо.
together to Mount Chingsa and pay a visit to Chang the
Спасибо,
Ninth?
некретинка.
My pleasure, fellow book lover.
Некретинка, ты все еще на стриме? Если ты еще не отключилась, то я с тобой поговорил.
Should we ask here if they have a copy of the Liyue volume of the Teyvat travel guide? It's super duper interesting.
Теперь я могу пройти церемонию сошествия, да? Да. Смотри, что есть. Только уже на этот раз это чисто мой.
Oh, are you also foreigners here for the rite of dissension? To think I've lived in Liyue all these years and never come to see this before. I guess it's like they say, locals never visit the tourist spots. I wish
Да,
you well on
удобно.
your travels. Liyue always welcomes you.
Но, типа, такой есть. Но видишь, он только через провод, потому что нет Bluetooth адаптера. Вот. В принципе, это решаемо. Можно найти Bluetooth адаптер. Но также есть и Xbox-овский, вот такой, я надеюсь, его видно, с которого будет заметно удобнее, но у него, короче, не работают эти две штуки, вот эти
Did I say
нижние.
that yesterday as well?
И я, короче, его починю. Мне его бесплатно отдали, потому что как раз эти две штучки не работают, а они очень важны. Господи, вот тут инверсия просто, конечно, ломает меня. Вот, но я починю. Две пружинки вставить надо. И буду играть с него, потому что он беспроводной, у него зарядка 10 часов, и он заметно удобнее.
As a businessman myself, how could I not take interest in Liyue's most important business trends? The 17 predictions given last year made more than a few ripples throughout the industry. What's more, there's been a rumor going around that the Tianshui herself, Ning Guang, has been acting secretly in the shadows. She wants the rocks created by Geovision holders to be exempt from taxation.
Wow, that's some super professional legal stuff, that is.
To be on the pulse of the predictions and the market is what makes this harbor what it is. Among the seven, Rex Lapis is the oldest deity. His keen sense of strategy is well trusted among his people. Understanding the predictions as soon as possible can make all the difference in making your fortune.
Я ждал, пока он договорит, потому что мне частенько говорят важную информацию. В КХ с геймпада играть нельзя. И это не Xbox'овский, это типа Xbox'овский, сделанный под дизайн Xbox'а, но он чисто для ПК. Вот. И он с Bluetooth адаптером встроенным. В КХ нельзя играть, короче, с геймпада, потому что они вмешиваются в систему игры, в файлы, и это воспринимается как чит. Особенно если в каком-то... Ну, по-моему, в Xbox'овском есть этот aim assist, и с него точно будет считаться как чит, потому что тебя просто будет вестись за противником.
Right of dissension. Oh yeah, that reminds me. Isn't that today? Once a year, Rex Lapis bestows upon us his divine prediction, guiding us on how to run Liyue for the coming year. Last year, it was the Yuheng of the Liyue Qixing that was given the honor of asking for the divine prediction. Ooh, Paimon knows this one! Mondstadt is to freedom as Liyue is to contracts. Liyue has a strong focus on business and trade. The Liyue Qixing, the 7 leaders of the 7 enterprises of Liyue, hold true control over Liyue. That's what foreigners always say. But true control over Liyue will always be held by Rex Lapis. The Qixing is comprised of mere mortals. Rex Lapis is a god. Mondstadt's god is nowhere to be seen, whilst our god is forever with us. Stay in Liyue long enough and you'll see. Given that you just left your godless city, it's time you experienced what it's like to be in a city whose god has walked with it through all of history. Great! Then we can start our experience off with the rite of dissension. Good choice. Then get going. To the high ground.
Ну все понятно, бесплатные. Не им, ты же сам наводишься. То есть я там наведусь, например, в ногу прицелом, да? То есть вот как... Подожди, я забыл, какой здесь прицел. Сейчас, секундочку. Во. То есть вот я вот так вот наведусь в ногу, допустим, противнику, и она будет так вот за ним вести автоматически. То есть там еще попробуй прицелься. Как мне туда попасть? Не-не-не, не спрыгивай. Да, не спрыгивай, ты говорю. Тут ей все надо куда-то перепрыгнуть, спрыгнуть. Ладно, хочешь спрыгнуть, давай спрыгнем. Что происходит? Отпустись. Волшебная телепортация. Я не знаю, как я здесь оказался. Отцепись. У тебя новая вебка? Нет, вебка не новая, вебка старая, просто она не работала. Просто она не работала, когда включался микрофон, который в нее встроен. А поскольку я сейчас говорю через вот этот микрофон, все работает. Ну да. Так, надо привыкать к тому, что здесь есть инверсия. То есть я поднимаю вверх, и оно опускается вниз. О, Иваныч, опять ты.
Your first time in Liyue? Actually, it's my first time to see the Rite of Dissension too. Ah, look, that's Miss Ningguang of the Liyue Xixing. Only those who have control in Liyue can preside over the Rite of Dissension. Oh yeah, not sure if you knew, but most of the Adepti appear in the form of various beasts. I heard that when attending these kinds of formal occasions, Rex Lapis himself appears as a celestial cross between two of Lieur's ancient mythical creatures. Ah, sorry, I shouldn't interrupt your wish. Please, take this.
Там нингуанку показали, которая у меня есть. Можно сходить на нее посмотреть?
Halt. Those not involved in the proceedings are not permitted to go any further.
Killjoy.
А если я сейчас нингуань возьму? Что ты мне на это скажешь? Я твоя госпожа буду.
Oh, you also want a little Adepti luck too? Seems you know a lot. Making a wish during this time is sure to get you the blessings of both the Adepti and Rex Lapis himself. I've already made my wish, so you can take this.
Great, thanks. Great, now that we're all done with the wishing, guess we can just wait here for things to get started. Who knows how long that Miss Ningguang lady is gonna take?
Не, мне подписку на YouTube не надо, у меня она и так без рекламы. А что происходит? Что происходит? Установись, женщина.
Whoa, look at all the people! We gotta get up front. We can't see squat back here.
Ну, так-то небольшая толпа, вон справа-слева встали и все.
The hour is upon us.
Слушай, так столько бесплатных способов избавиться от рекламы.
Rex Lapis has been killed.
Кирилл,
Seal
про
the
привет. Ну, я и так в Геншине. Если у тебя уровень не больше моего, он там 30-й, приблизительно около 30-го, то можем поиграть вместе.
What? What's going on? Did she just say Rex Lapis is... The Geo Archon is... dead? Oh no! The Millilith! Looks like they're nabbing suspects who got too close. Paimon's freaking out! The killer is amongst us! Wait. We got close. Are we suspects?
Кирилл,
Where
если у тебя уровень как у меня, то можем вместе поиграть. Но я прохожу кампанию. В кампании, по-моему, можно только в соло.
Oh, yeah.
There's a whole bunch of soldiers out there too.
Секундочку, донатик посмотрим.
Your identity. You may not be the killer, but we can't let them get you. But can we even get out of here safely?
Спасибо, Тацами. Рубль будет. У меня 47. Я присоединюсь к тебе. Не, с боссами мне помогать не надо, мне помогут ребята, если мне будет необходимо. Мои. Ой-ой. Я понял, я ушел. Ты меня не видел. Вы чё меня со всех сторон обложили-то, алё? Ладно, у меня есть мысль. А, черт, ты чё тут забыл? А если я спрыгну вниз? Я же могу спрыгнуть вниз? Хе-хе-хе. Хе-хе-хе. Тут я уже свободно могу бежать. А себе помоги, помогашка. У него есть уже... Так, не это. Не гори. Не провоцируй людей на конфликт.
There's nowhere to run. Hey, girlie, hold still.
Ох, какой мужчина.
Stop! Stop! Come with me.
Exhausted. So insensitive. You have no idea just how tiring floating around. Wait, just who are you exactly?
Call me Child.
Child? What, so we're supposed to dote on you?
No, not at all. It's an alias of sorts. In Mondstadt, I don't suppose you came across a Senora by any chance.
Senora? Child? You're Fatui, one of the Harbingers!
Oh, no. Don't worry. I'm not looking for a fight. Senora gave you quite the bad impression, huh? Pfft, that woman. Can't say I'm a fan either. Right. Let's forget all about her, shall we? I'm here to help you. Yes, help. I'm not a bad guy. Oh, okay, perhaps I'm kind of a bad guy, but I'm not here to give you any trouble. Would it be too much to ask for you to keep the sword sheathed? I thank you for your knightly nobility. I heard of your deeds in Mondstadt, so I couldn't help but notice you during the proceedings back there. And because I had my eye on you the whole time, I know it wasn't you. Someone else was clearly behind it. But, regrettably, given I'm a Fatui envoy from Snezhnaya, there's no way I'd be trusted after something of this magnitude. The ruling Chising of Liyue has always been overly suspicious of us.
Well, can you honestly blame them?
Guess I shouldn't try to deny that. Okay, sure. Maintaining a distance between strangers is probably a good idea. Either way, I'm already used to it at this stage. But right now, if you want to clear yourselves of any suspicion, you need to get yourselves to Northland Bank. Staying here isn't an option. As the old Liyue saying goes, the walls have ears.
Только обрадовался, что такой мужчина показался, появился красивый, статный, мощный. А он злодей. Не надо.
Northland Bank.
Correct. This bank was opened here in Liwa by Snezhnaya. Though everyone knows Liwa is the most enterprising in Teyvat, Snezhnaya is not short of change either.
Yeah, well, poorer nations don't seem the type to have diplomats that come around acting the way yours do towards the Knights of Favonius.
Here, let me give you this.
This is a...
I'm not sure exactly. Sometimes all money can buy is things, and not a name for oneself. All I know is that it's a sigil. A sigil to keep the mighty and illuminated Adepti from bringing harm to you.
Adepti?
If you head north from the harbor, then west from Guili Plains, you will eventually reach a stone forest known as Jueyun Karst. The people of Liyue believe it to be the abode of the Adepti. Legend or not, they believe it. As such, offerings to the Adepti are made at its borders. Nobody dares venture in. But I have no need for believing, not when I know for a fact that the Adepti truly exist.
Hate to admit it, but your Fatui intel seems alright. But why would we go looking for Adepti anyway?
Oh, my little friend. There are plenty of reasons mortals seek the blessings of Adepti. Money, health,
Короче, у меня теперь
love,
подписка на 3 месяца
but
бесплатная. Поздравляю,
you
Никитенко.
will go for justice.
Justice?
The Chi Sing will already have dispatched the Millilith. They'll be seeking out the assassin from amongst the onlookers. But how could a mere mortal kill a god that can sweep aside entire armies? Rex Lapis never gave up his power as a god. This level of crude response is beyond what is called for. How suspicious. Your thinking is even more radical than my own, honorary knight. Even now, the Northland Bank wouldn't be able to hold the Millilith off for long. But the Adepti can clear you of any wrongdoing. Liyue was founded by the Geo Archon and the Adepti. Of course, it was built by force. Look for them, and be faster than the Chi Sing's messengers, so you may give your version of events first. If there is anyone that can help you in Liyue now, it can only be the mighty and illuminated Adepti.
Так, еще раз вспоминаем, где у нас тут карта. Вот у нас карта. Ла-ла-ла-ла-ла. Где карта-то я помню, я забываю все время выбрать.
And who might we be? Those that dare enter Jueyun Karst.
Бля, какой красивый.
A sigil of permission. Many a season has passed since one was last in the presence of such an item. He before you is the mighty and illuminated Adeptus, Moon Carver. Speak, traveler. What business have you here?
Actually,
It's the assassin. They dared to flee here to Jueyun Karst.
Sir, we've already stepped too far into Jueyun Karst ourselves.
There's no choice. Apprehending the assassin is top priority. We must press on.
А я не убийца,
Disturbing our
отстань.
borders. See them gone. One will not have interruption.
Ну ладно. А чё вас так много такие? Я...
Who goes there? Take the target alive. I got you. Attack! Fire it up! Lithic Triad! Beaten. Two arms! Take the target alive!
Try not to enjoy this.
Here's backup! Bested. Who goes there? Attack! Supporting fire! Tactical retreat! Take this!
Don't be such a brute.
Чё, сам сдашься, нет? Ну да, с геймпада, конечно, посложнее немножко сражаться, но это с непривычки сугубо.
Well,
Preposterous. Preposterous! The Liua Chishin. Utterly disappointing. How could someone possibly assassinate Rex Lapis during the rite of dissension? And then place suspicion upon the attendees? Traveler, of the unjust accusations placed upon you, one has become aware. The mind knows its answer, though one must consult with one's fellows, lest the mind be misguided. Go, take your sigil of permission. Carry with you a message. Mountain Shaper and Cloud Retainer can be found here. Only fate will decide if you shall find them. Only fate. There exists a conqueror of demons, a guardian Yaksha. Go to Wangshu Inn. There you shall seek him.
Какое дерьмо мы опять вляпались? Ой. А ты чё тут молишься? Подожди. Мне не очень интересно, что ты тут молишься. Мне интереснее понять. Инвентарь. Вот он. Ага. Не-не-не-не-не-не-не-не-не. Выйти. портал, где мы можем жить, бороться и сражаться.
Have mercy, O mighty Adeptus. I beg you, show mercy upon me and my brother. Spare our lives. Who are you? What's going on?
We asked you first.
Oh. You enjoy safe passage in Joyun Karst. It can only mean one thing. You must be Adepti messengers, sent here to rescue me and my brother.
What is he talking about?
Oh, have mercy, mighty messengers of the illuminated Adepti. I beg you to save us. My brother and I, we only came here because our family is poor, and we heard tell of treasures hidden in the amber of Mount Hulao. It was stupid of us. But all we wanted to do was find enough treasure to sell and support our family. We followed the path up the mountain, but suddenly, the amber, it swallowed up my brother Li Dang. I ran away and made it this far before it dawned on me. We were trespassers in the abode of the Adepti, and this was our punishment. I had no idea how to rescue my brother, so I just started praying for the Adepti to have mercy, right here on the spot. And now, at long last, 2 messengers come to my aid.
What? We're not Adepti messengers. We just want to find the Adepti like everyone else.
No, you must be messengers. You have to be. I have no idea which amber trapped him. Please, you have to rescue him. I beg you, show me some Adepti mercy. Thank you, thank you! Almighty messengers of the illuminated Adepti, I promise that we will never be so foolish again.
Paimon was gonna ask him about where to find the Adeptus, but he seems pretty one-track mind about rescuing his brother right now. So, he said that Li Dang got
Ненадолго
trapped in
хватило
amber
слайма.
somewhere on Mount Hulao, and that they were following the path the whole way up. So let's follow the path down from here, and make sure to be on the lookout for amber on the way.
Ай.
I'll race you there.
Я понял. Целиться стало заметно сложнее. Я шепну тебе на ушко. Аннигиляторная пушка. Подожди. Чё? У меня камера туда направлена. Тебя видно будет. А при чем тут Даша? Да я еще где-нибудь распечатаю. Я это уже так и понял. Не видно в камере ничего. Так, а чё? А где еще янтарь? Больше не вижу никакого янтаря. А где он? Да, ведь мать твою, день отсюда. Да, что с камерой происходит? Камера, не сходи с ума. Держись на месте, пожалуйста, ровненько. Я чуть-чуть не разучился летать сейчас. Но не разучился. О, здорово.
What happened? You rescued me. Oh, thank you. Oh, and have you seen my brother? His name is Li Ding. We were climbing the mountain together. I just hope he didn't get trapped in Amber too. He made it to the top. That means he should be okay. Oh, thank you. I will head up to find my brother now. Here's hoping I don't run into any more Amber on the way.
I must leave no stone unturned.
Thank you for rescuing my brother, O mighty messengers of the illuminated Adepti. What? No. I mean, like everyone else, we've heard that there's an Adeptus living in Mount Hulao. But regular folks like us would never have the chance to meet them. No way. Unlike you guys, you're Adepti messengers. So it's a whole different story. Anyway, we have trespassed in the realm of the Adeptus for long enough. We should get going. Thank you, mighty Adepti messengers.
Yes, thank.
Boy, it'd be super helpful if we actually were Adepti messengers. Cause it seems like this Adeptus has got a real temper problem. But it's not like we've done anything wrong, so...
Who dares trespass on my mountain? Who? mortal, come forth and receive your punishment.
А почему он не договаривает?
You intrude upon the sanctity of Mount Hulao. You destroy the amber of my mountain. And you free a thief whose freedom is not yours to give. The thief's ignorance was an affront to the Adepti, but your actions are an abomination of the highest order.
Wait! We can explain!
Mooncarver trusted a mere mortal as his messenger? Is this a sigil of permission? One is surprised to find such things still exist in the mortal realm. In the beginning, Rex Lapis cast them for the mortals with his own hand. Few were made then, and thousands of years on, fewer still remain. Speak. One shall listen to the matter which brings you here. Then one shall verify the truth thereof. You would be wise to speak the truth, for Liyue is not so far from here that one would be easily deceived.
А была не с нами, что ли?
Assassinated? At the rite of dissension? What mortal in Liyue, nay, in all the world, would conspire to commit such foul treason? Or perhaps the more pertinent question is, what power in this world could aspire to achieve it? Rex Lapis charged the Adepti with the protection of Liyue, and we have always honored this duty. As the people have prospered, so have we gradually withdrawn into the mountains. Indeed, this was a gesture of goodwill towards humanity. But now, alas, Rex Lapis, gone. Traveler, of the matter you have relayed, one has become aware. One now knows why Mooncarver has sent for us. Once one has dealt with certain matters here that require my attention, one shall convene with the other Adepti.
Paimon can! Adepti always have magical powers in storybooks. Seems it's true in real life, too. You know, like how grass is actually Adepti hair, and rivers are actually Adepti saliva. There must be something similar going on with the amber.
Your nonsense knows no bounds. This amber is produced by a flower that one has planted here, called the karst crawler. The majority of the plant is hidden underground. When stepped on, it produces amber to trap the invader. After taking up residence here, one planted many karst crawlers to ensure that the tranquility of the mountain would remain undisturbed. Over the years, they have helped to prevent many disturbances. But in the process, they have also trapped many curious things.
Oh, so the amber is alive?
Correct. Thus, one may not leave this place in its current state, for fear of the risk to innocent lives in one's absence. One will depart as soon as one has attended to this matter. One trusts that the manner of your departure will be swifter in nature.
table here. They've even set it ready for dinner. There's a wine jug and everything. Oh, they even have the guests' names carved into the seats. Here sits Retainer. Here sits Guizhong. Here sits Rex. Maybe Rex is short for Rex Lapis. But Paimon has no idea about Guizhong. As for Retainer... That's it! When Mooncarver was going through the names of his Adepti buddies, he said there was one called Cloud Retainer. So this must be where Cloud Retainer and the other Adepti have their dinner parties. How about we cook up some extra special dishes for the Adepti? We're sure to get Cloud Retainer's attention that way. But what do Adepti even eat anyway? Paimon has no idea. People must make offerings here all the time. Guess all we can do is look around the area for any leftovers. Maybe that'll give us some ideas. Do you think maybe it's at all possible that the Adepti might like to try some sticky honey roast?
Не, я сейчас буду долго путаться. Что тут надо тыкать? Эй, успел. Здорово, лисичка.
Whoa, the ground is covered in flour. What a messy chef. Seems there's meat in this pot, but Paimon can't tell which kind. Do you think whoever cooked this made it as an offering to the Adepti? Paimon can't quite imagine an offering made of flour and meat. Huh? Our messy chef dropped a piece of paper on the floor. Ew, and there's a huge footprint on it, too. But footprint aside, maybe it has something to do with this mystery dish. It's very clean here. Whoever cooked here last obviously likes to keep things neat and tidy. Paimon bets they were making an offering to the Adepti. Looks like we got us some matsutake and some raw meat. And what do you know? The recipe is right here. This chef was a super organized person.
Где-то тут друг. Ни хера себе. Интересный момент. Два вот этих упыря. 3. Ой-ой-ой. Я случайно... Я вас не трогал, и вы меня не трогаете. Бляха-муха.
Let it rain.
Ай.
Come a little closer.
Ну, ладно. Я думал, это будет сложнее с геймпадов. А это даже проще, чем с компьютера оказалось.
Oh my.
Не, я прям получаю удовольствие, играя с геймпадом. Мне прям в кайф. Не знаю, я реально особо с геймпадами никогда не дружил. А вот в Геншине почему-то не захотелось поиграть именно с геймпадом, и удобная вещь. Так. Подожди, а как оно?
Someone has definitely cooked here before. Do you think they were making an offering? Looks like they didn't use all the ingredients. Let's see here. We got some snapdragon, some lotus heads, some tofu. Whatever they were cooking, it sounds complicated. Hey, look over there. They left some notes too. Yup, it's a doozy. Paimon's not surprised they had to write it all down. It's a lot to remember. We should read it carefully. What would you call a dish that's...
Так, подожди. Ну, все же правильно.
Steady as stone.
Подождите, я не понимаю. РС. Что такое РС? Right stick. Нажимать, короче. Ла-ла-ла-ла-ла. Правый стик. Rest right stick. Это гениально. Подождите секундочку, я с вами разберусь. Искупнись.
The fortune slip was right.
Это типа готовить надо, окей. Опа. Можем сделать цыпленка. Сделаем, только нам нужно... Конечно же, Розария. Конечно же, Розария. О, Розария молодец. Так, суп из украшений. Давайте сделаем один. А, обычный я сделал. Так, еще раз. Все, я понял. Я пытаюсь выйти и нажимаю не туда. Все. Все, идем суп из украшений жертвовать. Угу. И голубцы с грибами мне еще сделать надо, но это издевательство в какой-то степени. Знаете, что меня раздражает? Прям вот. Мне нравится безумно играть с геймпадом, но вот есть вот это вот раздражение. Камера. Почему нельзя ее закрепить за персонажем? Мы приготовим сразу 10 штук. Угу. Всё. Страшновато, конечно. Ну, погнали. Надеюсь, там не будет мяса. Ну, если что, вот этот пацанчик разберется, я думаю.
One senses the presence of a sigil of permission. One knows not why you have come, though the sincerity of your offering is clear. Hence, you shall be granted an opportunity. Find your way through mine abode, and you shall receive an audience with the adeptus whom you seek.
No one escapes my sight.
Что с камерой происходит?
Leave it all to me. Time to clean up. Someone needs assistance. I must leave no stone unturned. Look, that platform is moving. So that's what this button is for.
Только так ли это хорошо, что она двигается? Ой, бляха-муха. Пацанчики. Ну, здорово. Ты чё, тварь плешивая? И что удумали? Подожди, а туда? А там что? А если я поверну сейчас против часовой стрелки, схожу туда, вернусь и еще раз поверну? В момент-то интересный. Тут же наверняка что-то есть.
There's no way for you to get up there. Where's a wind current when you need one?
Тут есть сундук и мясо. Так что я молодец, что я сюда сходил. Ох ты ж, ёшки-матрёшки. Так, левый, правый. Ага. Давай-ка мы чуть-чуть поближе подойдем. Так, средний. Третий. Девятый. Так. Середина право, лево право. Вроде бы. Изи. Так, ага, слева, справа, слева, справа и посередине. Ну вот это вообще легкое. Это прям, по-моему, легче не бывает. А, да? Ну ладно. Ну теперь опять идти туда, где я был. Я хотел прыгнуть и перепутал кнопки. И... А куда мне идти-то? Я потерялся. Ладно, пойдем туда. Подожди, нет, мне же не сюда. Мне же вот сюда. Не, ну так, конечно, облажаться надо уметь. Да, с этим-то мы разберемся, не вопрос. Какой музончик? Так, стоять. Подожди. То есть я зажгу, если вот эту, зажгется вот это, но погаснет вот это. Сейчас проверим. Да, да, все, я разгадал. Фу, это сложно. Такие загадки я прям не люблю. Есть что вкусненького? Мясо птички есть вкусненькое. Здесь ничего нет вкусненького.
One is most impressed. The path that leads through this abode defies those of ordinary abilities. The one before you is the Adeptus Cloud Retainer. Now speak of the matter which brings you here. You surmise correctly. In fact, even Gui Zhang and Rex Lapis themselves found one's technological accomplishments to be worthy of commendation.
This place is huge, and there are so many mechanisms. Do you really have this whole place to yourself? What's it even for? Did you build it as your private mechanism workshop or something? It's just like the stories say. The Adepti leave the human world, find somewhere to go be a hermit, and then they research and invent all these amazing things.
One is simply not partial to the tedium of social interaction, and wished to find some peace and quiet. Find it one did. Shortly after which, you arrived bearing your sigil of permission. But enough. State the matter which brings you here at once. You have disturbed the tranquility of this place for long enough. Rex Lapis. Assassinated? How can this be? Such a heinous crime! Who would dare? The notion is so preposterous as to be unbelievable. One shall have to verify the truth of the matter independently. Perhaps one shall quash Liyue first, then convene with the other Adepti.
Wait, what? Did you just say squash Liyue Harbor? Are you seriously gonna wipe out the whole city?
Only a response of sufficient magnitude can negate the possibility of further incidents. It is as you say, but if Rex Lapis has indeed been murdered, then Liyue is in great peril. To delay in quashing the threat is to invite further disaster. It is precisely because one does not wish to see further suffering that exceptional measures are deemed necessary at this exceptional time.
Quick, you gotta think of
Ставьте
something.
вместо мозги
She wants
этой
to
женщины.
squash Liyue flat, and it doesn't seem like she's bluffing. Exactly what Paimon was gonna say. We made all that delicious food and gave every last bit of it to you. We were hoping you might help Liyue out, not wipe Liyue out. Or at least let's, discuss it first. Can't hurt for you to get a second opinion.
Contract? A cruel irony that you should appeal to the notion after the merciless murder of the god of contracts himself. The people of Liyue seem quite content to dispense with their contracts. They are quite adept at taking that which is composed of black and white and turning it gray. Nevertheless, since you come here in the name of contracts, far be it from one to abandon one's own contractual obligations. Least of all when you come bearing a sigil of permission. Rex Lapis infused these sigils with adeptal power when he first cast them. That power once aided humans in battle. Most of the sigil's power has long since worn off. It is but a keepsake now. This keepsake cannot be taken as proof of your trustworthiness. One must investigate the claims that you make independently. This, no doubt, is Mooncarver's very reason for summoning us. Your audience with the Adeptus before you is now concluded. Leave at once, and...
Я ничего не тыкаю, они почему-то не договаривают. То ли им игра не дает договорить, то ли чё. По-моему, я не попал, ну ладно.
Oh, this seems to be Wang Shu Inn. Compared to Joyun Karst, this place seems basic. Are we really gonna find an Adeptus here? Let's take a look. Paimon reckons he'll be on the balcony. Oh, he's not here?
To the blind, everything may not be as it appears. A sigil of permission? You came prepared. Though this only prevents me from hurting you myself, doesn't stop you from getting hurt in other ways.
Paimon doesn't get it.
Too much contact with our world is breaking the rules. Mortal souls are not as robust as those of Adepti, nor can your blood carry this level of adeptal energy. It's for your own good. Leave. Now.
Ты чё такой борзый, слышь?
Paimon's peeved. All he does is think about himself. Paimon wants to give him an ugly nickname. But if you tick off an Adeptus, the only thing you'll probably ever find in treasure chests is cabbages. Blech. Guess we should go ask the boss lady of the inn about just how she manages to talk to Adepti.
Oh, you've already met Xiao. Not bad. Not often he's in a good enough mood to agree to see people.
That's his good mood?
Oh yes, the Adepti are very hard to come by. Many people go their whole lives praying to them, never once actually getting to see one. When the Geo Archon built Liyue, he borrowed power from the Adepti. But most of them only know how to protect Liyue by fighting. So for many millennia, it has instead been humans who have led Liyue.
You really know a lot, huh, boss lady?
It's not boss lady, it's just boss. Anyway, seeing as you have the favor of the Adepti, things should be a lot easier. Well, if you want to know my opinion, if you keep Xiao in a good mood, things should be okay.
Good mood? Can't really imagine what a good mood looks like for that vigilant yaksha.
Will be interesting, won't it? Come to think of it, I've never seen him smile either. How about this? You go see the chef for a bowl of almond tofu and a plate of whatever it is you're best at making. Almond tofu is one of the few human foods Xiao likes. The other dish is up to you.
Up to us, eh? What do you think you're the best at cooking? Wow! Never heard of that one! Paimon wants to try it! But if we're gonna be cooking for an Adeptus, perhaps the satisfying salad would be the safer choice.
Ну ладно. Так, а где повар-то? Салатик. Да, овощной супчик. Салатик. Ой. Где повар? Вот повар.
Can't you see I'm on a break, kid? Scram. Scram!
Whoa. This chef guy's service is about as good as that Wagner guy's back in Mondstadt.
I see. If it's for the boss, then guess I don't have a choice now, do I? But my heart's not really in it right now. Not enough to make a dessert as painstaking as almond tofu.
And why is that?
A fencer's hand must be steady. So too must the hand of a chef. But my hands, they're not steady. Because, a traveler once told me that this inn is haunted. And then just now, in the kitchen, I saw something. Something not right.
This chef looks so intimidating, but speak of ghosts and he becomes weak.
I keep thinking, even Wangshu Inn isn't safe. I can't keep a steady hand for something like almond tofu.
All right, in the name of high-quality almond tofu, we need to go check this kitchen out.
Опять эта засранка все на меня взваливает. Сейчас все сделаем. У меня тут технические непокладки. Ой, все замечательно. Должна работать теперь. Ну и где это привидение?
Doesn't seem to be anything.
О, девяточка.
What? You saw it too? There really is a ghost. What? How could I?
Okay, so he's useless now. What do we do? Forget
Так,
it.
сейчас
Let's
понял,
just
что
go
плюс
see the boss
геймпада.
lady
Я могу
again.
сесть вот так вот. Могу выпрямить ножки. Сейчас еще провод перекину через компьютер. О, красота. Играть вообще в любой позе же можно. А меня видно, кстати? Если вот так все... Ну, у меня вообще замечательно видно. Я даже к вам лицо могу смотреть. Здорово. Это хорошо. Это прям приятно. Это огромнейший плюс геймпада. Не, я, кстати, приноровился вроде. Удобно. Реально
Scared of
очень удобно.
something so insignificant. Hard to believe he was once a notorious bandit.
You don't seem that afraid of ghosts, boss lady.
Gods and ghosts. I've seen it all before.
Come to think of it, others don't seem to know there's an Adeptus here at the inn except for the boss lady.
Shh. Say any more and you'll be divulging my little secret. Right. Best you two be off. Go see to it that that little ghost doesn't go scaring anybody else. Not that I'm ordering you around. It's like the Adeptus said. Mortal souls are not as robust as those of the Adepti. So as not to be harmed when dealing with the Adepti, you can start by practicing with that ghost.
But how should we persuade the ghost?
There is a calligraphy painting in the inn known as the Witness Sigil. It's been in circulation for over 1,000 years. Go take a look at it. Once you have, look for a place outside where you can see the exact same Witness Sigil formation.
Где сама картина? Вот это, что ли? А, картина где-то на... Подожди, или это вот эта картина? Я не понимаю. А, вот. Ну, типа, и чё? И чё мне предлагают? Да? А если я вот сюда встану? Ага, так оно не работает, я понял. Ну, типа... Вот это печать. Подожди. Ну, я вроде нашел.
There she is! So scary! Quick, you grab her! She's trying to get away! We have to follow her! If it's as the boss lady said, she won't disappear like last time.
Я могу просто тпхнуться? Я жена, где она? Понятно. Не могу. Что мне сейчас опять этой ерундой заниматься? А, во, 9 стоит. Чё это ты уду... Ты чё? Ты зачем? Я ж тебе зла не желал, дура. Да алло, стрелять-то мне по ней когда. Что? Как? Эта херня сначала стоит, меня обстреливает полчаса, потом такая: Хэрл, я к тебе выйду и убью тебя.
It was my honor to serve you.
Come a little closer.
Я просто потерял 2 бойцов на ровном месте.
Dusky Ming won't tease the travelers at the inn anymore. Next time, you can come play with Dusky Ming. If you don't come and play, Dusky Ming will come find you.
Я бы обосрался после таких раз. Надо чувствительность у них поменять. А есть же чувствительность здесь? Это же можно это сделать? Слава тебе, Господи. Я могу вообще прям далеко сделать камеру. О, так удобнее. Так в разы удобнее стало. Как? Короче, джойстик, отвечающий за ходьбу, чуть-чуть люфтит. Вот так вот он люфтит, вот настолько. Что она сама может ходить. Ну, даже прикольно, с какой-то стороны. Но может сыграть плохую шутку.
Wow, you really are something. I am in your debt. Please, wait a moment. I'll make you the smoothest, silkiest bowl of almond tofu. Haha, my hands are steadier than ever now that she's gone.
Let me guess where you're from.
Эй, жопа, карася, ешь.
You two, again.
Wait, don't go disappearing again.
What's this?
It's your favorite almond tofu, as well as this distant traveler's best dish, a satisfying salad. Quick, tell him everything before he finishes eating.
Rex Lapis. How could this be? I can't imagine it. Though times have changed, I've never imagined a Liyue without him. The ruling Qixing. Just what role have they played in this? I will seek Mooncarver, Mountain Shaper, and Cloud Retainer. It is time they too made their decisions. Adepti do not turn on their responsibilities. I have my reasons to not want to be tainted by the mortal realm, but responsibilities are responsibilities. Our god is the god of contracts, after all.
Wait, Paimon still has one last question. That Dusky Ming, she's...
When conquering demons, on occasion, you can come across spirits who have never hurt anyone, yet are also not yet able to be moved on. So I asked the innkeeper and the boss if they could keep her here for a time.
So really, Wangshu Inn was looking after her. Really keeping a wide range of business going, huh?
Кстати, кто-то может подсказать, где найти вот этот сад камней? Интересное место. Просто я как-то особо не замечал, похоже, какой-то горы. Вот она опять сейчас сама начала ходить. Я клянусь, вот моя рука, она сама ходит. А что мне делать теперь? Так, а если я цеплю провод? Так, оно не работает без провода, я понял. Все, не возмущайся. Блин, он теперь не работает.
It's nearly time for afternoon tea.
Начни работать, пожалуйста. Ладно, пока этот не работает, включим вот этот. Хорошо, что у меня есть 2 геймпада. Вот поэтому я с него и не играю, что он непонятно что делает. Хотя он заметно удобнее, он в руке прям лежит комфортненько так. И он не люфтит, он прям новый. Но у него не работают эти 2 кнопки. Сейчас-то оно что, заработает? Так, соневский пока не работает. Лиза, мать твою. Хватит прыгать как коза. Понятно.
You finally returned. How was your journey to Karst? I see. Huh. Moon Carver, Mountain Shaper, Cloud Retainer, Conqueror of Demons. Some of these names have never come up in the intel the Fatui gets hold of. As a returning gift, I too have information for you. Regarding the Archon's passing, the Liuek Chising's response really has given me food for thought. They've announced that, as the true killer has not yet been found, they are not allowing anyone to pay their respects to the Exuvia. They've even gone so far as to try and cut off information. But with the right of dissension and all, even the Chising isn't able to keep a lid on things.
Exuvia?
It's common knowledge in Liua that Rex Lapis is also an Adeptus. The Geo-Archon is also the god of contracts, and is also known as the Exuvia, prime of the Adepti. The mighty and illuminated Adepti of today all signed contracts to protect Liua way back then.
Guess that explains why they're all so focused on Liua's well-being.
Naturally, they both have the responsibility and the aptitude for the job. If the ruling Chising became unable to perform their duty properly, the Adepti have the right to take corrective action. The Geo-Archon's spirit has risen, so why would the Chising hide his vessel? Truly suspicious.
Так, секунду. Я накосячил где-то. Алло. О, вот он вроде подключился. Сейчас проверим. Что за бред? А все, у меня соневский геймпад не хочет работать. Почему ты не хочешь работать? Так, не понял. И вновь какие-то технические неполадки у нас, товарищи. Все, мы его отключили. Он ищет отключение заново. Ну, комп он увидел, а комп его не видит. Он его как будто просто на зарядку ставит. А, все, сработало. Фиг знает, как это работает, но оно работает.
Oh, you're trying to find the seven? And just why might that be, pray tell? Nice answer. A knight that gets duped by the Fatui would really be no knight at all now, would they? But I can help you with that too, you know.
Really?
Give me some time. Time to find someone. Someone who can help you break through this stalemate. Truly fascinating. The harder they try to silence the situation, the greater the chaos that erupts. If you want to be around to see it all come crashing down, best you stay alive until we next meet, yes?
What should I put in my letter?
Что опять случилось?
Why not keep me company for a while? There'll be plenty of time for work later.
Все, он что-то пропал. Надежда, мой компас земной.
Welcome, friend of child, and congratulations on the first day of your illustrious career with the Fatui. You sound remarkably sure of yourself. Remember, we are mere mortals. Our ideas are fluid like water. Only the Tsaritsa truly has a will as solid as the permafrost. But back to the matter at hand. Child tells me that he has upheld his end of your agreement.
What agreement? Oh, the thing about him helping us find a guy?
Correct. Child promised he would find someone to break the stalemate. And the Harbingers do not break their promises lightly.
Ah, where is that guy anyway?
Child is currently at Lioli Pavilion.
Oh, Paimon knows this one. Ahem. There are two styles of cooking in Lioli, known as Li style and Yue style. They have been competing for centuries, but neither has emerged as the clear winner. The flagship restaurant of the Li style is the Lioli Pavilion. The owner especially chose to open the restaurant at Feiyuan Slope so they could compete face-to-face with the Shinyue Kiosk, which is the flagship restaurant of the Yue style. Don't talk to Paimon like that! Anyway, Paimon's hungry. Let's get moving.
Бездонный у тебя желудок. Ладно, Екатерина, до свидания. Спасибо за консультацию. Эффектное геройское приземление.
Aha, you made it. As promised, I found someone who can help you. Someone who can solve the mystery of why the Liyue Qixing would hide the Geo Archon's vessel.
So, where is he? In Lioli Pavilion?
He certainly is. Come, I'll introduce you. I took the liberty of setting up a business dinner, as per the Liyue custom.
Сейчас познакомит нас с Сенлинкой, а мы и так уже знакомы.
Welcome back, sir. You honor us with your patronage. Mr. Zhongli is awaiting your arrival in the room you booked.
О, дед.
Hi. Allow me to introduce Mr. Zhongli, consultant to an organization known as Wang Sheng, and a trusted associate of the Fatui. Indeed, Wang Sheng's line of work can be sensitive at times. Let's just say they understand when discretion is needed. And we, the Fatui, have always been glad to do business with friends who walk in the shadows.
Walk in the shadows?
It is an honor to meet you. I have heard tell of you from Mondstadt.
Discretion?
Голос.
Shadows? Is Wang Sheng some kind of business involving dealing with people?
Indeed. It is as you have guessed. The Wangsheng Funeral Parlor organizes burials. We ensure that those who pass on do so in peace.
Did you think he was some sort of hired killer? The Fatui calls many such people friends, but the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor does not dabble in such business. Well, ostensibly. Well, they are still... I shouldn't say too much. In any case, I brought you to meet Mr. Zhongli because...
Because I can bring you to see Rex Lapis's vessel.
What?
Don't be so surprised. Sure, the Geo-Archon's body has been squirreled away by order of the Tianquan Ningguang. But first, let's hear what Mr. Zhongli has to say, shall we?
Rex Lapis may be the prime of Adepti, but he is ultimately an Adeptus. Many Adepti have left us over the millennia. This is the inexorable trend. The times have changed. You must have felt it too when you were at Julian Cost. Archons go by many names. The god of contracts, the god of commerce, the warrior god, Morax, Rex Lapis. Is the idea that he also has the title of Adeptus so strange? As you have seen, the time of the Adepti is ending, and the time of mankind is slowly dawning. In years past, Leo's tradition was that a huge memorial service be held to mark the passing of every Adeptus. But this time, the Qixing have made no attempt whatsoever to respect this tradition. It is sacrilege.
Yeah, the killer hasn't even been caught yet.
Deicide or not, the concern of the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor is this. When the ritual to receive this god is so kingly, it is all the more egregious for his final send-off to go unattended to. Traveler, Child has told me a lot about you. Since you have had dealings with the Animo Archon, could I ask you to help me prepare the Geo Archon's last rites?
Oh? In our line of work, this means that you want to silence me. How interesting. Draw your sword, we shall... Just kidding. Let's continue, shall we? The Tianquan Ningguang has forbidden anyone from accessing Rex Lapis's vessel, which of course you would need to access if you were to achieve your goal of meeting all of the 7.
Precisely. Only by participating in the rite of parting will you be able to see the form of Rex Lapis again. If we are agreed, come with me. We will speak of the details as we walk.
All right, my bridge building work here is done. Turned out well, didn't it? You can go if you want to. Don't worry about me. I might just have a few more drinks and get acquainted with these things they call chopsticks in the meantime.
Так, ребятушки, куда ты пошла? Я не трогал стик. Она начинает сама двигаться, не знаю почему. Ну, знаю почему, потому что он люфтит. Вот так вот. Я стримить еще буду 2 часа, наверное. Вот, так что я схожу себе чай налью, потому что пить хочу, не могу. Уже вот всю бутылочку с водой выпил, которую заготавливал. Поэтому схожу, сделаю себе чай. Но я думаю, что за минут 5 вы никуда не пропадете. и не умрете со скуки. Поэтому подождите меня, пожалуйста, немножко.
Today's no good for going out. Did I say that yesterday as well? It's nearly time for afternoon tea. Today's no good for going out. Did I say that yesterday as well? It's nearly time for afternoon tea. Today's no good for going out. Did I say that yesterday as well? It's nearly time for afternoon tea.
Я вернулся. Вообще ничего не делаю. Сама бежит.
After having experienced the land of the absentee Archon, traveler, how does it feel to know that our Archon and Adepti are here all around you in Liyue? I see. So you're that sort of person. It's not a bad thing. But I suppose you have yet to experience the substance of Liyue's 3,700 years of divinity. Organizing the rite of parting should prove to be an enlightening part of your travels. Liyue is the most prosperous of the 7 nations, defended by deities and ruled by the Qixing. As such, the diplomatic maneuverings of the Fatui have gained no purchase here. Ningguang of the Qixing has always been on her guard against the Fatui. That is in all likelihood why Child wants to make use of the Wangsheng funeral parlor's connections.
Huh. What would Child get out of us doing the rite of parting anyway?
I neither know nor do I wish to know. As far as I am concerned, the Fatui are merely financial sponsors. I only wish for Liyue's traditions to endure. These are the advance funds that Child has provided. If you use them up, you can go to him to apply for any subsequent funding.
Wow!
Well then, let us be off. The first step in our preparations shall be to obtain some prized Noctilucous jade worthy of a deity.
А зачем покупать полночный нефрит, если у меня есть полночный нефрит? Я пока что веб-камеру временно выключил, потому что думал, что хочу перекусить.
Mystery, my good friends. Would you like to try your luck betting on Jade? This could be your lucky day. It's cheap and it's fun, and who knows, you just might strike it rich.
Betting? No, we're here for... what was it again?
Noctilucous jade, of radiant grade at the very least.
Radiant grade, Noctilucous Jade? I see. You're not a tourist. My apologies. I have some here for your perusal. What do you think? The Jade Mystery is an old name in the jade business. Just look at that wonderful quality. Rex Lapis doesn't often bless us with such finery. Go on, pick whichever one you like.
These 3 pieces really do look pretty. Not like the ones you usually dig up. But how do we pick? Should we just grab one and go?
Oh? You want me to decide? That is fine as well. If it were me, the answer would be simple.
Oh? And that would be...
I'll take them all, boss.
Oh, you act with such panache, good sir. I always knew you were not a man of ordinary caliber.
Oh, wait, boss! That one didn't count! We need to discuss it again! Hey! If we only need one for the ritual, aren't we wasting 3 times the more if we buy them all?
Oh. Mora. It is as you say. I suppose I overlooked this particular aspect of the transaction.
Huh? How do you not think about Mora when buying things?
If one must always consider Mora before acting, then in all things one is bound by Mora. All Mora is currency, but not all currency is Mora.
What? Is this how the rich live? Well, he knows a lot about big money, but not a lot about big savings.
No need to waver. Even when I am constrained by Mora, I have ways of working around my limitations. Evaluating the quality of Noctilucous jade is indeed very tricky. As crude ore, there is little difference in texture, lustrousness, and internal pattern between good and bad jade. Only after the item made using Noctilucous jade has taken shape will you be able to see whether it is up to par or not. If you return to those crafty merchants to quibble, they will counter by saying that your crafting bench is to blame, or that your heat control was poor.
Whoa! To think it's that easy to get cheated.
But there is a way to truly evaluate this jade, and a true insider would know it. A fool sees the pointer and misses the moon.
What does that mean?
If you point at the moon with your finger, a wise man knows that you are pointing at the moon, while a fool will only see the finger. The patterns, the facade, these are all the finger. Noctilucous jade is a mystical stone used to light up the darkness, and so its brightness is the important thing. It is the moon. Noctilucous jade of excellent quality would have superior pyro affinity. In other words, the bluer and brighter the luster of the ore under high temperature, the higher its quality. I have imparted the priceless secrets of the jade trade to you. Now, all that's left is to put it into practice.
Priceless, huh? Paimon's just said that we might never be able to use it again. We're back to buy some rocks, boss. But can you let us burn them first?
Burn them? You can't do that, my friends. If you were to do so, what would I have to sell? That would... well... fine. As you wish, then. How about this? I can take a small sample of all three. I'll take a bit of a loss. We'll count it as a friendly gesture.
Don't worry. I know the rules. As long as we can prove that it is good jade, you will not take a loss.
All right. Take these as samples. I've carved them off with a knife and tagged them to boot.
Aren't these too thin? Even paper's thicker. No, even a bug's wings are thicker. These are almost see-through.
Oh, you flatter me, but I have to be gentle with these rocks. They are my pride and joy. If I'd taken off even a bit more, it would have killed me.
But wouldn't something this thin go poof if we held it to the fire?
It can't be helped. Trying to deprive a merchant of his profits would be like forcing a ravenous wolf to vomit up the food in its stomach. Nonetheless, under the right conditions, these thin slices will serve.
What sort of conditions?
While we add the high temperatures using pyro, we can use hydro to reinforce it from within. This way, the samples will not disintegrate immediately.
Oh! Oh, sir, to think you were this learned. Thank you for your understanding.
Strictly speaking, asking for samples when we have not yet agreed to purchase the goods is unfair. Trade in Liyue must be based upon fairness.
Well, guess we just need to find a place to try this out. You mean at Wanmin restaurant? As long as we do it when she's not in.
That would not do. It is a place where people come and go. They would be endangered if the elemental reaction were to get out of control. We cannot take such a risk.
Oh, Paimon remembers we once saw this big pot down at the W01f Gorge in the camp of the hilly churls from the meaty tribe. It's real sturdy and should be able to take the elemental reactions. Now, let's pack those samples up and make a move.
Ну, в путь так в путь. Ну, там уровня 30, по-моему, можно на лиской чисто пробежаться быстренько. Но все равно сейчас они на страже стоять будут.
It has been a long time since I last set foot in the Nation of Wind. A friend of mine from Mondstadt would always bring a few bottles of locally brewed dandelion wine whenever he came to visit me in Liyue. It must be said that the famed liquor of the land of pastorals is far better than Sumeru's frigid snake wine.
That's the pot! It looks like the hilly trolls are still using it. It's a bit impolite, but we gotta cut the line.
Ай. Господи, да язык.
Come a little closer.
Причем это не я огонь сделал. Они сами. О. Там что-то жаришь?
Здравствуйте.
Привет, Игорёш.
Вы заняты?
Ну так, чуть-чуть. Хиличур воспитываю.
Я пока не вижу вас на стриме или нет.
Ты можешь зайти на стрим на ютубе.
Ага. Ну просто я через ссылку в видео искал, но у меня почему-то что-то с дискордом.
А я в дискорде не кидал.
А-а-а.
У меня же по Геншину сегодня.
Что сегодня?
По Геншину. Вот, я же как раз джойстики съездил, взял. Я, короче, приехал за одним джойстиком. А владелец мне его выносит, говорит, извините, он немножечко там типа неисправный, там вот не хватает вот этой детальки. Вот, я ему его просто так отдам, раз вы за ним приехали. Я говорю, мне нужен рабочий прям сегодня. Я у него, короче, от третьей плойки оригинальный забрал еще.
А сколько вы еще планируете пробыть в эфире?
А что ты хочешь?
Да поиграть, потом сходить.
Во что?
В Если, в Bloodhound?
Ну, давайте я хотя бы закончу вот эту кампанию. Ну, это где-то полчаса, минут 40, я думаю, где-то так.
Ну без проблем, без проблем. Я пока поработаю как раз. Вот,
Да,
хорошо.
как раз можете курсовую пописать. Но об
Там
этом мы позже
осталось
можем поговорить.
чертовых 3 страницы.
Как раз успеешь
Ну да,
дописать.
потом. Да. Ладно, потом обсудим. Все, я тогда выхожу.
Давай.
This soup looks like it could be used as our hydro-elemental protection. Let's fire it up and begin our experiment.
Блин, так-то жестоко суп портить.
We're ready to go. Paimon will help remember which one of the 3 is which. Use pyro to keep making the pot hotter until we get the results we need. Mr. Zhongli said that the shinier and bluer the ore gets, the better it is. So, pay close attention.
Ничего, туда забраться. Как мне поддерживать температуру-то?
Whoa! That light came from the first Noctilucous Jade.
Ай-яй. Отстань.
Hilly trolls are surrounding us again. Were they attracted by the light? Such nosy neighbors. Let's take care of them and continue again after.
Ага. Ну, тут тогда нам поможет вот этот...
If at first you don't succeed, I must leave no stone unturned.
Заодно отхилит нас.
They still need
Да
me.
мать твою!
Don't get too close.
Заколебали меня сегодня Ноэльку сносить.
That light came from the second Noctilucous Jade, didn't it? More hilly churls. They don't give up, do they? Looks like they're mad that we ruined their food.
Come a little closer.
О, батареечка садится на телефоне. Ну, в принципе, уже видно, какой там будет.
Oh, that's bright! Too bright! That was the third Noctilucous Jade, wasn't it? It was so much shinier than the rest. Let's go with that one. Let's head back to the Jade Mystery to buy some jade, shall we?
Так. Кушать.
You're back, my friends. I've kept the goods for you. Which of them would you like?
Exactly! That's the one Paimon remembers too!
No problem. If you have your eye on this one, you can have it.
Then we'll take a box of the third type of jade.
Done. All the same, and pardon me for asking, but I'm curious. Whatever do you need this much top-quality Noctilucous jade for?
I suppose it would not hurt to tell you. We need them to make implements for the rite of parting.
Parting? Oh, dear. I'd heard the rumors, but had given much thought to them. This means that Rex Lapis really is... Oh, it's hard to believe. Even though the Jade Mystery has been in decline, we have always been under his protection. It is said that when our lord lost his way while going incognito in the city 200 years ago, it was a spoon from the Jade Mystery that he had used to sample the local delights. Alas, alas, all things must pass. Well, if this is to be used to say farewell to Rex Lapis, then I shall sell this to you at half the price.
Are you sure? You didn't want to even give us an inch before.
If not for our lord's protection, this city wouldn't exist as it does now. No proprietor could earn money off such a thing.
I'm sure Rex Lapis will feel your sentiment, boss.
In the safe hands of the Liyue Qixing and good honest merchants such as yourself, I for one believe that Liyue will continue to prosper as it always has done.
All right. Thank you, my friends. What's with me getting all sentimental like this? I'll practically be giving away all my fortune at this rate.
Now that we've made our choice, let's take this Noctilucous jade back.
Hey, wait a minute. He said it was half price, not that we could leave without paying.
Oh, right. I'm sorry. I must have forgotten to do that too. Let me see. As I thought, I didn't bring any.
Any what?
Mora. My apologies. Another oversight on my part.
Oh, that won't do. This isn't some small sum. Oh, wait! Didn't Child give us some advanced funds earlier? That's a relief. Have a look,
It's fine. Just enough for half price. Though to be honest, it'd be all right even if the sum wasn't quite enough.
Well, it's settled then. Let's take this jade to Yujing Terrace. That's where we plan to hold the right.
Look at you bossing everyone around. You didn't cough up a
Вот она,
single
видите,
Mora.
люфтит. Видите, перескакивает. Чуть-чуть. Прям чуть-чуть задеваю, оно начинает скакать, как бешеное. Ладно, я хотел второй, но он мне не дает второй выбрать.
You have my thanks.
Вот, видите, она идет сама. Вот, видите, вот мои руки, она идет сама. Это вот люфтик маленький такой. Какое маленькое делось. Все, ночное время, спать ушло. Так, мы, конечно, посмотрим, но мы сначала закончим вот эту кампанию. Так. Вот почему-то на геймпаде сбрасывается постоянно. Постоянно на геймпаде сбрасывается. Но на клавомыши такого не было. Че, я тут забраться не смогу, что ли? Ну ладно, давайте так побежим. А, то есть я могу управлять бегом, поворотом. Да, да, могу. Ну, это, кстати, прикольно. Только сейчас это увидел, если честно.
Rest assured, the Qixing's
Блин. Крошка куда-то попала не туда. О. Умер на стриме. Было бы хороший контент получился бы.
We can leave the jade here. I have already called for a jewelsmith to shape them into the implements that we will need. Ah, yes. I have yet to go and see Child. So, as for the jewelsmith's remuneration...
Guess we can't do anything else. Also, is this where we're doing the rite of parting?
Yes. I have already rented this location, and have begun making preparations for the rite. That's right. The Liyue Qixing have acquiesced to using the same location.
But when something this big happened here, should suspects like us really be at the crime scene? We might get caught by the Millilith. Although with that said, since we got back from Dwayne Karst, none of those pesky Millilith soldiers have come chasing after us. Wonder what that's about. Also, the, Rex Lapis vessel...
Traditionally, we call it the Exuvia.
Ah, right! That's what it was called. You seem to know everything, Mr. Zhongli. So, was this Exuvia hidden away by the Qixing? I mean, we haven't even figured out who the murderer is.
One must think that they already have someone in mind. Or perhaps they already know. Surely they must have found all the evidence that there is to find here. These things are for the authorities in Yujing Terrace to consider. Trying to help would probably only add to their troubles. Before the rite is conducted, the Exuvia will be kept temporarily in the Golden House.
Golden House?
The only mint in Liyue, which is to say the only mint in Tevat. All the mora that flows throughout the world is minted there.
Wow! Oh, no! Paimon wasn't thinking about anything bad. Paimon thinks it suits Morax. But why do you know this, Mr. Zhongli?
Since the rite of parting has the approval of the Qixing, it is a semi-official event. As such, there is already some limited information available. Perhaps each has their motives. But this is the capital of commerce. A little exploitation once in a while is not unacceptable. In Liyue, where the god of contracts reigns, only contracts may not be betrayed. I, for one, have no issue with little maneuvers outside their remit. Well then, we should go and prepare the perfumes used in the rite.
Perfumes? Where'll we get those? Do we buy them?
No. Perfumes used to honor the gods must be freshly decocted. The quality of the silk flowers we require is also special. Silk flower petals contain a fibrous material of good quality, often used in brocade making. Its scent, however, is most elegant, and is especially suited for solemn events, like giving offerings to gods and adepti.
It's time for Zhongli's lectures on high society again.
We shall not speak of the details right now. Follow me. We shall go to the merchants to purchase our ingredients.
Так, а где нам купить шелковицу? Угу. Полетим за шелковицей. Андрюха, здорово. Так, ладно. Лоу. Так, видимо, не здесь, потому что эти камнями торгуют. Хотя нет. А, ниже. Там ниже что-то есть. Там же... Там что-то есть, серьезно. Я понять не могу, куда она меня ведет.
Hey, boss, do you sell silk flowers here?
Silk flowers? We certainly do. Which kind would you like?
Which kind? The good kind? The best kind? Remind Paimon what kinds there are again?
Ugh, you ignorant shoppers. Always coming in here with your stupid questions.
Golden House Maiden, Valley Weaver, and Fate's Yearning. One of each to start with, if you don't mind.
My goodness, this gentleman is quite the connoisseur. You two must be his servants. Please refrain from any further attempts to contribute. Now then, please peruse at your leisure. Do let me know if you have any further thoughts.
Silk flowers exhibit different properties based on how their environmental conditions differ from their ancestral habitat. Nevertheless, these are fine specimens, excellently preserved. Just look at the abundant foliage here, and these stamens, glamorous as a maiden of the Golden House. This strain is an evergreen, and mostly grows under complex hydrological conditions. By contrast, this variety thrives in any dark, damp location, often in large clusters. Morphologically, it is distinguished by the profusion of petals and densely packed stamens, though its powerful scent gives it away just as easily. Lastly, this strain is quite the recluse. Unlike its exuberant cousins, flowers and foliage are minimal, and when in season, it has a subtle yet enduring scent. It was first discovered by the ancients when they scaled the mountains in search of the Adepti. Silk flowers have all but disappeared from the wild today due to geographical changes over Liyue's history. Most are not grown by horticulturalists.
Wow! A true connoisseur. Most of that was news even to me.
I possess but a smattering of trivial knowledge. My traveler friend is the one to watch. They are on track to set foot in every corner of the world.
Oh, Mr. Zhongli, you're way too humble. So, which silk flower did you want anyway?
I'll take them all, boss.
Again?
How can I put this? When purchasing opera tickets, it is natural to decide based on which singer has the most melodious voice. The same logic applies when purchasing a pet bird. But this silk flower purchase is not an analogous case. The same logic does not apply. Perhaps you don't know. Tradition states that we should decoct perfume from different subspecies of silk flower when making an offering to a statue of the seven. Rex Lapis will then make his own choice between the scents. Like several other tedious and complicated traditions, this one has become simplified over time. But this is the only rite of parting to take place for one of the seven in 3,700 years. As such, I do think we should honor tradition down to the last detail in this case. Now that's settled, a question. Do you have any mora on you?
You forgot to bring money again? Zhongli.
If I may interject, did I hear you say that these flowers are to be an offering to the Lord of Geo himself?
Yes, in a sense.
Gosh, well, why didn't you say so? I heard the awful news about what happened at this year's Rite of Dissension. It would be bad luck to say it out loud, but I've been worried about our dear Lord ever since. I'm worried that everything I've heard is true. Since these flowers will be used to glorify our Lord, they're free of charge. Just don't forget to pass on my regards.
Are you serious?
Why wouldn't I be? I would be nobody if not for Rex Lapis. If he hadn't written those poems in praise of my wares, they'd only be worth a fraction of what I can sell them for today.
Huh. So much folklore here revolves around Liyue's deity making cameo appearances in support of local businesses.
Thank you, boss. I think I speak for all of us when I say that your generosity has saved our skins.
Our skins? You were the one who forgot to bring money.
Please, it's the least I could do.
Ну почему же ничего, можно просто заключить бизнес.
Now that we've got the flowers, how do we make the perfume?
Ideally with the help of an expert. Unfortunately, none of my acquaintances have personal experience in the art of decoction.
Talk about first world problems.
Hence, I need you to help by asking around in the city. Try the common folk, especially women.
So this time we get to go around town looking for nice-smelling ladies to talk to? Paimon likes this job.
I will wait for you near the Statue of the Seven. Meet me there when the perfume is ready.
Maybe we can find some good candidates at the Adventurers Guild. Let's ask Lan. She's master of the Liyue branch, right?
Ой. Опа. Да, господи. Не, ну конечно, и по городу в поисках улетел все-таки. Я хотел его убить, ну ладно. И по городу в поисках вкусно пахнущих девушек, это звучит немножечко... я даже не знаю, как сказать. По-извращенски.
Lan, we need to ask you for a favor.
I stopped accepting commissions a long time ago. Sorry, you two, but you'll just have to ask another adventurer.
Oh, it's not that kind of favor. It's just a teeny tiny thing.
Мне просто интересно, что сказать, если... Что будет, если я скажу, что она вкусно пахнет?
Wow. Just wow. I'm just going to assume that you're either joking or being sarcastic. To be fair, I put a lot of effort into my appearance for someone who spends all their time in the great outdoors. But I smell great? Don't be ridiculous.
Well, Paimon thinks you smell amazing. So come on, Lan. What's your secret if not perfume?
Now that you mention it, yes, there is something. What is that scent? Oh, it must be from the Genshin flowers I picked on the way back. I forgot I still had them with me.
Aha! The truth is out. Lan's got a soft spot for wildflowers.
No, they were for medicinal use only. Anyway, this is a pointless conversation. If you want to know about perfume, try talking to Qiming.
The fortune teller, right? Paimon remembers she smells pretty good. Thanks, Lan. See you around.
У меня очень большие вопросы к создателям игры.
Hello. How may I help?
We've come to ask you a question.
Perfume? I rarely think to use it, let alone about how to make it myself. That said, some of the cosmetics I use are scented. Perhaps that's the cause of this confusion. Since I usually set up my stall by the docks, I avoid perfume like the plague, because Celestia forbid those lusty sailors catch a whiff and come hunting for the source.
That's the worst thing Paimon's heard all day.
While we're on the subject, have you never heard anyone mention Yingar's homemade perfume?
Yingar? Oh, as in scent of spring Yingar?
Yes, that's her. Many a rich family's daughter has gotten her to make perfume for them. Apparently, her homemade product is better than anything you'll find on the market.
Great! This is just the intel we need. Finally, we're getting somewhere.
Блин, просто бегаем по портовому городу и говорим девушкам, что они пахнут очень вкусно. Какой момент нам дадут по лицу, я даже не знаю. Но если бы играли за пацана, мне кажется, дали бы, как только мы это сказали бы. Даже подумали бы просто.
Well, hello. You found me at last. I've been waiting for you.
What? How did you know we were coming?
Oh, I heard a rumor about a couple who were snooping around town looking for a sweet-smelling lady. Actually, I was starting to worry you wouldn't find me. This is the ultimate test of my appeal, after all.
Snooping around? Why are you making it out like we're bad people?
What can I say? People love to talk. Maybe you ought to be more discreet in the future if you don't want word to get around. Relax. I know why you're here. You want to get your hand on my homemade perfume, don't you? What kind would you like? 3 in one go. My goodness. You have extreme tastes for someone your age. Maybe the rumors I heard were true after all. You're on the prowl and need some sweet-smelling ammunition? Is that it? Is that the best you could come up with? Even if you were genuinely offering perfume to a deity, that doesn't explain why you'd need 3 kinds. Sorry, your story just doesn't hold water.
Zhongli was right. People don't remember this tradition anymore.
As one of my favorite poems goes, O cherry tree, begrudge not thy blossoms as they are deflowered in the spring, for come winter, even thy sturdiest wood shall wither.
That went over Paimon's head a little.
In short, I'm happy to help. Traveler, you can be my assistant, but you'd better make sure I'm the only person on your mind while you're hanging around with me.
Ладно, вопросов становится все больше, но ответов я на них так и не получу.
So, where is a good place for making sweet, sweet perfume? You mean Wanmin restaurant? Good choice. Let's go. I've had a word with Chef Mao. We can start work now. Are you ready to please me?
What did you say?
I meant make me proud, as my assistant, obviously. Well, I'm
Мне кажется,
setting
это
up.
другое я хотела сказать.
You can go and fetch some water.
Should I save this money or invest it?
Так, где воду-то набирать? Не понял, где воду-то набирать?
Try something new at the Wanmin restaurant.
А, так где набирать воду-то? А, вот вода. Опа, книжка.
This water will do nicely. Now, I need you to extract the silk flower essence using a crafting bench. Perfume making uses an altogether different technique from alchemy. Here, let me teach you. Very carefully, take hold of the mortar and pestle. Gently does it. You need to keep your wrist firm so your hand doesn't slip. Now use your strong hand to stir it with a persistent rhythm. Keep going until the juices start to come out. Ooh, you're a natural, like a fish to water. Now take these and try it out on your own using a nearby crafting bench. Don't forget to do all three. They look visually identical during the essence extraction process, but I will put them into separate containers when the perfume is ready.
Так, какой-то контент 18+. Без разницы, да, кого выбирать. Ну, пускай они гуан делают. Все-таки это в какой-то части ее работа.
Wow, this is some exquisite silk flower essence. On to the next stage, the most important one of all. The essence is placed into water and simmered over a low heat until most of the water has boiled off. You must take care to control the heat during this process. If the temperature goes too high, it will affect the scent. So please focus on controlling the heat. This is the final step. Don't waste a drop of that essence now. We want all of it in there.
О, слава богу, мне не пришлось сейчас с водяным персонажем
All
это
three
делать.
perfumes are ready, and you, my friend, were a wonderful assistant. A testament to the lengths you will go to for romance. It's so rare to see nowadays. Wow, you actually remembered my throwaway comment. You know, you're cuter than people give you credit for. If I didn't have my guard up, I can see how easily one could be taken in. Anyway, shall I give you a brief overview of each scent? It might just help you match the right scent to the right occasion.
Paimon wants to hear this.
Я не
This
хочу
first one
слушать.
is sweet as candy, straight out of a fairy tale. Younger women will love it. The second one is for those with more refined tastes, the first choice for daughters of high society. Finally, the third one has a soft but lingering scent, like a mist that captures the last light of dusk. Mature women adore this one. All clear? Don't get them mixed up now. Good. Be sure to come visit if you ever need help with anything, okay? I'll leave you with some parting words. One who tries to sail 3 boats simultaneously should be careful not to go overboard. Come and hang out with me at Scent of Spring sometime, okay?
Let's take these 3 perfumes over to the Statue of the Seven. Mr. Zhongli's probably been waiting a while.
Should I save this?
Хил. А можно хил? Пожалуйста. Ну вот хил меня.
We've brought the perfumes, Mr. Zhongli. Did we take too long? You were just staring up at the statue.
Oh, you're back. Don't worry, I haven't waited long. Compared to the watch that Rex Lapis's statues have kept over Liyue, this was but a brief moment.
Well, how can a person compete with a statue?
That is true. Well, have you brought the perfumes?
3 sets, and not 1 less.
Thank you both. Let us offer them up.
This is the first kind of perfume. Miss Yinger said that it's sweet as a dream and it's liked by younger ladies. This is the second kind. It's got an elegant smell, and the daughters of high society love it.
Мне кажется, что все-таки будет выбран второй.
The third kind has a gentle but lingering fragrance. Something like the dusk mist. And it's a favorite of mature ladies. Oh, what was that? That's the one older ladies like, right? Does that mean that Rex Lapis is actually an older lady?
Perhaps. Perhaps. Rex Lapis has taken on countless forms. Perhaps that really was one of them.
What a shame. We only got to see the giant dragon form, and... Let's hope the Chising can catch the real killer.
We can leave that to the authorities. Let us focus on the fond farewell for Rex Lapis.
So, we finished another step in our preparations. What's next?
Next, I would like the two of you to help me borrow the cleansing bell.
Cleansing bell?
At present, a friend of mine named Madame Ping is the guardian of the cleansing bell. She lives near Yujing Terrace. If you ask her, she will know what to do.
Sure, but aren't you going to come with us?
Ah, I have certain reasons why I cannot be there in person. Please, do this for me.
Man, why is he gotta be so secretive this time?
Да возраст свой подъем скрывает, это ж дед.
Company for a while. There'll be plenty of time for work later.
Ой, как далеко. Высоковато бежать придется. Madame Ping.
All things must change. It's nothing. It's nothing. I just thought it a great shame that so many of these glazed lilies have wilted.
What happened to them?
Back in my day, people said that glazed lilies can read human hearts. If they heard beautiful sounds like laughter and singing, they would also bloom joyfully. But if they heard too much wild gossip or slander, they would quickly wither away.
So that means these flowers feel what's happening in Liyue?
Yes, the rumors of Rex Lapis's death are no small matter. They are everywhere. Some say it was a Fatui plot. Others say that the Chising made it all up. And still others think that that which lies in the deep is breaking free. This harbor is like a mountain of dry tinder. One spark, and the fire will consume us all. Well, I shall say no more. This old woman's grown too old and naggy. Did you have something to say, youngster? Ah, that old trinket. I remember it being here with me, but I've grown old. I can't quite recall where it is exactly. An old friend of mine used to wear it on his person. Back when I was young, he saw me gazing at it often and gave it to me. But he told me then that if someone should come to borrow that bell, I should not be loath to part with it. It has been many years, and who knows how many times someone has come to borrow this bell. Still, though, I can't recall when it started. It's been a long time since anyone has come to borrow it. Oh, these old bones are so slow to look for things. I doubt you can wait that long.
What a weird thing to be proud of.
All right, children, there is no need to worry. I didn't place the bell very far away.
Do you live near here, Granny? Whoa, but this is Eugene Terrace. It's gotta be expensive.
Oh, an old lady like me can't afford to buy a place in this city. See this ceramic teapot? My entire household is in here.
How does that work? What? There's no way Paimon would fit in there. And why do you need Paimon to go in anyway? Can't you just lift the lid and look inside?
Oh, youngsters. I simply mean that the bell is somewhere inside this teapot, and you are quite welcome to borrow it. If you can find it.
This Granny's so weird. What does she mean her whole household is in here? Is she playing with us?
Ой, не понял. О, как тут красиво.
Where are we? What just happened?
Youngsters, this is where this old woman keeps all her things. Quickly now, go fetch that bell.
Whoa! That sounds like Granny's voice. So, this is her teapot? What's going on?
Oh dear, so many cobwebs. It seems I really haven't cleaned it in a long while. Sorry to trouble you, children. Please help an old lady clean up.
No escape!
Don't get too close!
Leave it all to me.
Тут больше ничего в кухне никого нету. Видимо, нету.
Did you notice? The cobwebs were made of elemental energy. How long has it been since Granny last swept this place?
Упал.
think this old granny could also be an adeptus?
Вполне возможно. По крайней мере, у нее сила, как у той всемогущей птички.
Paimon's more and more convinced that she's an adeptus. Like, don't they all live in Karst? Why would she stay in the city?
I must leave no stone unturned.
Блин, честное слово, я заколебаюсь сегодня бегать по этим всем местам.
Try not to enjoy this too much. Steady as stone.
Что я еще, видимо, не сделал. Воу-воу-воу-воу-воу-воу-воу.
Check this out.
As a good night should. Leave it all to me.
Бум.
How many levels does this teapot have? It would be nice if we had one of these too. Or at least we wouldn't have to camp outside.
Точно такой желатель под открытым небом. Правда, в более безопасной зоне. Но не факт, что к нам не придут гости.
Oh, you found it. Youngsters are so quick on their feet. Oh, now, let me see. All right, that'll do. Come on out now, children.
Как выйти? А где выход? А, вон выход там. Ладно. Тут ничего нет? Или это стартовая площадка, типа?
Someone needs assistance.
Oh, in and out in no time. You youngsters really are quick. An adeptus. Oh, I haven't heard anyone say those words in earnest for a long time. As to whether I am one or not, child, surely you already understand.
Paimon kinda knows what you mean, but is also kinda confused. Are you really giving us the bell just like that, Granny? Don't you think it's weird Something's just happened to Rex Lapis, and then we come running up asking for it?
Oh, don't be silly. Liyue Harbor has been through a great deal in its history. In that time, it has seen the departure of countless Adepti. But no matter what, we have always performed the rite of parting first before any other matters. To cry, "Catch the murderer," at the top of one's lungs, but ignore the rite of parting. That, to me, is what is wrong-headed. Now that you have come to borrow the bell, I guess that perhaps an old friend of mine has finally decided to take matters into their own hands. So, why would I be unwilling to lend you the bell? Oh? Well, if it came to that, they would find a certain old lady knocking at their door. We haven't met in a while anyway. It would be nice to share a drink and chat. Well, you must have things to do. Since you have the bell, you should return. Oh, and do tell the person who sent you that if they have time, they can come over for tea. I don't have much to offer, but you can always count on an old lady for a pot of tea.
We will. Thanks, Granny.
Можно как-то яркость пофиксить? Потому что мне кажется, очень ярко. Ну, видимо, нет. Так, а что у нас тут? Все готово?
Indeed, this is the cleansing bell. It's in good condition. Let's place the perfume we've prepared inside. Of course. How would I know that the bell was with her otherwise?
That's suspicious. But if you don't want to talk about it, we won't pry. Oh, yes, that old granny asked us to tell you something. If you have the time, you can come over for tea. I don't have much to offer, but you can always count on an old lady for a pot of tea.
That tone does not suit you. Still, her teapot is indeed very good. There are none better for brewing tea. When a suitable time arrives, I'll bring a spot of fine tea and pay her a visit.
So what's the next step in our preparations?
Next, we need to purchase kites.
Ooh,
Да сколько еще покупать всего?
Are you taking us kite flying? Is this our break time?
No. Kites are children's toys, yes. But they also play various symbolic roles in Liyue's rituals. I will explain it to you. But our next course of action should probably be to purchase the kites first.
Oh, sure. Curiouser and curiouser.
Подожди, а я взял? А я же не взял. Понял.
you're here. The 7 kites you asked for have been made to order. Would you like to take them now?
Yes, thank you.
It's rare to see customers who want to buy this type of kite nowadays. In the early days, we used to get orders from people of all walks of life.
Well, this is Mr. Zhongli from the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor, so he's probably well-versed in all these walks of life. We've talked about a whole bunch of things while traveling with him. He seems to know Liyue's favorite topics, money and government, really well, but he likes talking about less useful topics instead.
Well, that's because I prefer to share fun things with you.
Children's toys are very fun things, that's for sure. I enjoy watching the children at play as much as anyone else, but there is more to it than that. Finely crafted toys are well loved by children, but this craft itself has been honed over thousands of years, and there is meaning behind that. I have made kites in Liyue for 40 years, and I am intimately familiar with the forms passed down from my ancestors. The meaning of these 7 kites is far from banal.
Indeed. These are decorations used in the rite of parting. The 7 kites represent the 7.
I took the liberty of coloring outside the lines when doing the insignia of the Animo Archon. As for the kite that honors the Geo Archon, one must follow the contract given right down to the last letter. These patterns are ancient, and you can also find them in the Golden House.
Ah, Paimon's heard that name before. Huh?
The design of this kite displays a firm grasp on the cyclicality and eternity so dear to the Electro Archon. These markings of tree and leaf pay due honor to wisdom and the passage of time. All this on a single kite. Truly astonishing. Justice flows across the surface of the waters. War rages like a flame. As does that which the Cryo Archon once... Yes. These details are masterfully done.
The compliments of a learned man truly are pleasant.
Well then, Granny Shan, I shall take these back with me. As for the payment...
Well, allow me.
О, ты вовремя.
Hey, it's Child!
No way. I was just passing through. I see Mr. Zhongli's the same as ever. When paying, well, when getting others to pay for him, he neither looks at the price tag nor his wallet. He knows a great deal about money, and about the trials of the common man. He just doesn't consider poverty to be something that could ever happen to him. Or perhaps you could say that he cannot imagine himself lacking money.
How has he not died of hunger yet?
Child, you are as fond of jokes as ever. Well then, since we've purchased our kites without incident, there's no need to take a break before moving to the next step in our preparations. The rite of parting requires helping hands as well as materials. We should be able to find some people near the harbor.
Oh, by the way, take this bag of money. You probably won't want to let Zhongli do the bargaining, if you know what I mean. Seems I missed out on some interesting information. I suppose I'll just have to find a more opportune moment next time.
Что-то он там задумал. Тук.
Hiring help? Sure. But let me just say first that I'm a reserve member of the Adventurers Guild. I take adventuring commissions, but I don't do anything clerical.
Adventure? Venturing into the mountains to capture a few crystal flies seems adventurous enough.
That's not hard. Almost a bit too easy for a reserve adventurer. Nah, never mind. I'll only charge you 15,000 Mora. What say you?
3000, ты что-то офигел, по-моему.
A most fair price. Давай 7.
That won't do, I'm afraid. It's too little. Too little, I say. Let's see. No, go higher, or I'm not doing this. Five geocrystal flies. Yes, I do think it's worth about this much. I'll do it.
Это за 15-ку-то я сам схожу, поищу их.
A full day of odd jobs at Eugene Terrace. No problem. 25,000 per day. A fair trade, yes?
Да ты охерел, что ли?
That's expensive. Could you give us a bit of a discount on account of the whole Hero of Mondstadt thing?
Hero of Mondstadt? Never heard of them.
Well, you may never have heard of this hero, but it seems you've heard of Mora nonetheless. Thus, I will simply pay the whole sum.
Так, у него настроение хорошее. Я думаю, можно опустить до... Давай до 15400 опустим.
That's too little. Hardly a fair price.
Ну ты офигел, что ли? Дорого. 20-ку тебе платить не буду. Вот 17. Вот так вот.
This is too little. I'd consider it if it was a bit higher.
Ты какой жадный жмот, а? Ладно, жмот здесь я, но ты жадный пипец. Вот 19250.
This price will do. No loss to me for a day's work.
Так, тик и тук.
Oh, help? Sure. I, Tick, always put in 100% effort into everything I do. Of course, there'll be a premium if you want me to give 110%. So what's the job?
Let me see. We are still missing some wooden implements over at Eugene Terrace. They aren't uncommon objects, so I didn't make any special preparations for them.
No problem. That'll be 20,000 Mora for a single trip. How does that sound?
Done.
This is all you got? Then no can do. Child? No. He's putting up the money? Oh, still no. Wouldn't that mean I have to make 2 trips rather than 1? How about this? Let's make a trade. I'll take what you're offering right now, and get me a single Chinxin flower, and I'll consider that payment for a detour to find this child fellow. How does that sound?
Guess we've got no choice.
Have you brought the goods? Hey, that's pretty good. These things are pretty rare, and I have no idea where I'd find them. With this Chinxin flower, I should be able to pacify my daughter tonight. I'll make sure the work is done before I return home.
Ладно, вроде все не так плохо. Чуть-чуть в бюджет не вложились, мне кажется, сдуманной игрой, так что ты не вложишься. Я хотел чуть-чуть себе оставить.
All finished then? Splendid. Any leftover cash is yours to keep. A favor for the Fatui should never go unrewarded.
You think you can buy us off with some loose change? No way! Paimon demands to know when the next payment is coming.
Well, how does this sound? You give me the information I need, and maybe I'll leave the Northland Bank's vaults open and unattended for half an hour.
What info do you need? Huh. Does that mean you know what he's after? Yikes! You're right! Signora!
You both need to calm down. I don't know what's gotten into you. Just what is this about? The atmosphere got so tense all of a sudden.
Next, we need some everlasting incense. For this, we need to go to Boo Boo Pharmacy, the finest pharmacy in all of... Is everything okay?
Everything is fine. I was just informing them that they need not return the surplus Mora. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must be going.
Paimon definitely felt like Child wasn't happy with us just now.
О, это, видимо, очень долгий квест. Так, телепортируем сюда. Давай сейчас этот сточек. Хижину Бубу. Там наверх туда, что ли? Ну, сейчас этот сточек забираем и на этом сегодня заканчиваем, потому что уже очень долгий квест. Я же хочу его сегодня закончить, но, видимо, не судьба.
The reception is deserted, and it seems kind of spooky in here. Hello? Is anybody there?
Welcome to Boo Boo Pharmacy.
Huh? Did you hear that? Where did it come from?
The reception, it seems.
How about you go check it out, and Paimon will bring up the rear.
О, цыцы.
Oh, there you are. But you can't even reach the counter. Joke's on you. Paimon floats, so height is no restriction. Anyway, there's something weird about this one over here. What's the talisman doing on her forehead? It can't be. She's a zombie.
Welcome to Boo Boo Pharmacy. I am Chi-Chi. Once upon a time, Chi-Chi died. Then, Chi-Chi was saved by the Adepti. Now, Chi-Chi is a zombie.
Something like this would be unimaginable in Mondstadt.
Hello, little girl. Do you sell everlasting incense here?
Excuse me, sir. Did you bring your prescription?
Surely no prescription is needed to purchase everlasting incense. It's not a controlled substance.
Chi-Chi can get your medicine, but only if you show Chi-Chi your prescription. These are Chi-Chi's orders from Chi-Chi.
I'm afraid that she's probably right. It's to do with her orders. Zombies are limited to acting within the confines of their orders. And somehow in this case, the zombie issues her own orders to herself. My dear Chi-Chi, we didn't bring a prescription, I'm afraid. But we do hope that you can still help us find some everlasting incense.
Okay then.
How did you manage that?
But Chi-Chi helps you. You help Chi-Chi. Only fair.
Since when do customers need to do favors for customer service staff?
Never mind. Just think of it as a peer-to-peer transaction. That way everybody wins. Sometimes in Liyue, the art of the deal is simply about victory via mental gymnastics.
Go to Mount Tianheng, find the Guizhong Ballista, and hunt a cocoa goat. Please and thank you.
I don't believe so. The Guizhong Ballista, at least, I have heard of before. It's a kind of crossbow turret, installed on Mount Qinheng by an adeptus in the distant past. An early mechanical device. Located in Qinheng Pass, it was designed to automatically fire at large monsters, protecting Liyue from external threats.
Mr. Zhongli really knows Liyue inside out.
Apparently not quite. This is the first I have ever heard of the cocoa goat.
The cocoa goat is a legendary animal, an adeptabeast.
Did you want to add anything else, or...?
No, just that the cocoa goat is a legendary animal, an adeptabeast. What it looks like, don't know. Where to find it, don't know either. Where it came from, also don't know.
Very well then. Let's start by investigating near the Guizhong Ballista. Perhaps we will find some clues.
What the heck is a cocoa goat?
Так, ребят, не, это что-то пахнет очень долгим заданием. Ну вот так вот посмотрим на нашу... О, господи, встаньте, встань. Все, спасибо. Так вот посмотрим на нашу красавицу Ноэльку. Это у нас сегодня все. Всем спасибо за просмотр, не забывайте ставить лайки, подписываться на канал. Продолжим мы уже в следующий раз. Я думаю, что, наверное, завтра опять же. Потому что завтра понедельник, все будут заняты, все будут писать, делать домашки и тому подобное. Так что всем до скорого, всем пока.